Boy, that's the creepiest orchestra I've ever heard. Caribou probably can't play the clarinet, though.
Young man, are you bound to determine that this train never reaches the North Pole? But look! Caribou Crossing!
Yeah, I didn't see a sign either. I bet you 1,000,000 caribou would be visible from space.
We are in some serious jelly.
Hey, we can't be in jelly. It would have made the rails slick and decreased the train's braking capabilities. Wow, this must be the first recorded instance of human caribou vocal communication in their native language. Too bad there weren't any linguists present. I wonder if any of these caribou are related to the reindeer that pull Santa's sleigh. They must have learned English to understand Santa, so maybe they can teach their brethren.
Problem solved. All ahead, slow!
Hey you, if that throttle is stuck, why don't you just apply the brake again? They can't have overheated from being used in just one emergency stop in cold weather.
Tell the engineer to slow down.
Why don't you tell him? You're the conductor after all. How can the cotter pin prevent the throttle from working? All cotter pins do is reduce play in lever mechanisms and retain the joint, preventing it from slipping off. It should still be operable without the pin, even if it needs to be handled carefully. Does that say a 179-degree grade? That's a 5,730% hill grade.
Well, considering the fact that we have lost communication with the engineer, we are standing totally exposed on the front of the locomotive. The train appears to be accelerating uncontrollably, and we are rapidly approaching Glacier Gulch, which just happens to be the steepest downhill grade in the world. I suggest we all hold on tirelessly.
How is the train not getting lift and coming off the rails on the crests of the hills? The vertical G's we pulled in the troughs are almost as strong as those experienced by a dogfighting jet pilot. The only other way you can experience zero gravity inside the atmosphere is in NASA's Vomit Comet, the plane that flies in a long pattern that resembles a waveform. It's called a Vomit Comet because the disorientation can cause severe motion sickness in its occupants. Ow, swallowing a cotter pin would be bad for your stomach. It might correct iron deficiency, but it would also cause massive, painful intestinal ruptures, and it might be difficult to pass. Oh boy, have you ever heard of the domino effect? It's when small individual events cascade and form larger sequences of events, with effects much bigger than the catalyst would have seemingly allowed for.
Young man, put thinking on your part.